Hey guys, how the frigs it going today? Today is paint day. Well, it's a good day for paint because the temperature outside is right. There's no sun, it's all overcast, and there's not much wind apparently. Let me just tell you right now, what's the temperature outside in Fahrenheit?
In North Bay right now, it's 66 degrees Fahrenheit.
Since when did she become British? Remember when she was Australian? I swear to Christ, I asked the friggin' assistant so many questions that they get fired and rehired. Anyway, 66 degrees Fahrenheit, optimal painting temperature. But I forgot one damn thing, people. When you're spraying with a gun, when you pour your paint into the gun, you don't just pour the paint into the gun. You need to strain it. You need to get all the particles out, because there could be some particles in there that are causing problems. I never bought filters. Luckily, Home Depot and freaking Canadian Tire sell them. So we're going to have to take a run over to Home Depot, pick up some paint filters, and then come back here. We're going to block sand the car. I did buy a block. I went out to Walmart last night, had to get Scamper some more food, and they had blocks on sale for dirt cheap. So I grabbed myself a block. I almost grabbed the clay bar kit. That may come after. We'll see how that plays. Right now I got a rocket piss, and then we're going to head off to Home Depot. Let's pitter patter. Alright, we're down here at Home Depot. Let's go get our strainers. Okay, we're back home. So, like I said, it's not windy out, it's not sunny out. This is the block that I bought. It's a 3M branded, which is great because the paper I bought is also 3M paper. So you just clip your paper in, and chugga 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 chugga. Right? Sweet. So this should be all dry by now. Doesn't feel tacky, ticky tacky. Feels good. Couple spots on it, like there where bug landed, there where bug landed. Oh yeah, it's not going to be a perfect paint job, guys. I don't expect it to be. I just expect it to be uniform. So what I'm going to do now, as you can see, I'm wearing my size 40s. That's why they're super baggy. Like, definitely don't stick the flesh. What I'm going to do now is I want to go over the car with the block and some 320 just to scuff up all the areas. And then we're going to grab a shop towel. I got some microfibers. We're going to put some paint thinner onto it. And we're going to wash the car down with paint thinner. Just rub it down. Take all the shit off of it and loosen up some shit. And look at this run. Oh, that's a good run there, Adam. Good job. Stayed too long on the freaking primer. I'm not going to lie, guys. I am a little nervous about this. I don't know why. Because, like, they can't make the car look worse. Should I cover up my tailpipes? Probably should cover up my tailpipes, eh? Anyway, let me show you what I got. Alright, so, got these here cone filters. I wanted to buy these last time I was at Home Depot, but I didn't realize they sold them. And then I went online and realized they sold them. Bought another drop cloth. Bought some freaking rubber gloves, because I don't have any. And I also grabbed another pack of cone filters, because they're only like $1.99 for 4, so I was like, you know what, better grab 2 in case I need to mix up 8 coats of paint. And I grabbed some stir sticks, which these are always free. These are always free, so grab some of these puppies just to make stirring possible, because I wasn't sure what I was going to do. Like, I was at the point where I was thinking about grabbing like a piece of wood from up here and then just taking my axe and chopping chunks off of it to make stir sticks, which is probably what they do for those stir sticks. But I was like, you know what? Hey, if they're free, give me 4. Give me 4 stir sticks. Why the frig not? Because I got to mix up the trim clad. You never get that shit shaken from what I've been told. Because if you do, it's going to have a boatload of bubbles. And bubbles are bad. You don't want bubbles in your paint. What I'm going to do now, I don't know what I'm going to do now. What am I going to do now? Oh yeah, we need to set up a spray thing to test the gun. Probably just going to use a chunk of cardboard from the recycling here. Wonder if I can recycle spray paint cardboard. I don't know. Guess we'll find out when I try. Okay, let's pitter patter. Oh yeah, I need to go in the house and get the GoPro because I'm going to set it up on the tripod and film. Which means my black GoPro is probably going to be white when I'm done. Yay! White GoPro! Well, I just wasted 20 minutes looking for this thing. Couldn't find it. Reason being, it was in the house. Walked around the garage, cleaned up my bench over here that I'm going to be using for mixing. Still got some wires and shit to get out of the way and some Teflon tape here that I need to use on my compressor and other things. But, yeah, it's coming together. Not gonna lie, I'm a little nervous about doing this, guys. I've never used a spray gun, and the one I'm using, all the videos I watched on YouTube, the only guy who sprayed a car with this Earlex spray station sprayed it with plastic dip. So, not exactly sure how it's going to turn out, but like I said, not looking for a showroom finish, just looking for a freaking finish. But this is one of the reasons why I hate making YouTube videos, is getting the shot. Like, it's such a pain in the arse to get the shot, because when you're making a video, you're not really concerned about what you're doing. You're more worried about how's it going to look on video, right? Am I going to get the shot? Is the video going to be worth it? It's kind of a pain in the arse, let me tell you. But I've already sanded off the roof. I'm just wiping it down now. I'm going to be wiping it again with paint thinner, because that's always a good idea. Probably don't need to do that to the primed areas, but definitely to the painted areas. You know, and there's a lot of comments on the videos that came out about how the paint job is going to be ruined and blah blah blah, and it's like, you've seen what it looked like before. Paint job was already shot. I didn't want to strip it down to bare metal. Why bother? Tremclad sticks to everything. I also didn't want to pay an expensive amount for a paint job, because you bring it to a body shop and you say just respray it, they're going to want to go full pro, and it's going to be about a $4,000 paint job on a car that's valued at, like, you know, $750 to $1,500. So who cares, right? It's my car, my project. Doesn't need to look pro. Don't need it to be like super exquisite. Just need it to be functional. So let's pitter patter and have at her and get sanding this friggin' hood. Okay, well, I used a spray bottle and washed off all the dust. Just gonna make sure she's freaking smooth, and then I can look at my shirt. Yeah, freaking covered in dust. Whatever. But I should be able to run my fingers over it, and there's no dust. So that's good. Cleaned off the bird residue. I used WD-40. Quick little tip for you guys out there: if you don't have Goo Gone and you're wrapping Christmas presents and you need to get rid of the price tag, WD-40 in a pinch works every freaking time. Just spray it on the price tag and she comes off with simplicity. Anyway, I guess the next step is the step I've been dreading, and that's actually laying down the paint. So I got this fan going right now just to, I don't know, just to go. I'm going to turn it off when I paint, because it's obviously going to make things awkward. We're going to try the hood first, see how that goes. I got to spray my primer on the front bumper, because we're going to do basically this whole section of the car. So where did I put that primer? Alright, car's all primed, so we want to do a... is there just a regular scale on here? There is. So we want to do a 2-to-1. Is there a 3-to-1? Yeah, there's a 3-to-1 ratio. There we go. So we're going to do a 3-to-1 ratio here. 3 parts paint, 1 part thinner. So, okay. Yeah, alright. So we're going to mix it up to the 4. So the first thing I need to do is pop the paint and stir the living crap out of it. So let's get after it. So as you can see, the paint's all separated. Now I probably could have had them tumble it. Seeing how I bought the paint on Friday and I'm not using it till Sunday, the bubbles would have settled. But whatever. Alright, mix the paint. Check the viscosity. It's good. So now let's set up the rest of the spray station and we'll do the hood. first coat is laid down. You probably see some tiger striping. My fault. But first coat is laid down. The tack coat. So, looks like shit right now, but I'm sure we can deal with that. But, whatever. At least it's all one unified color now again. Except for this little jackass who came onto my car. Son of a bitch. Yeah, we sprayed, did all around the car. Did it all in one go. One cup of paint. You probably noticed a lot of orange peeling. Yep. I knew that was going to happen. I'm not too worried. Once it dries, I'll hit it with some wet 800. Or I might just say screw it and throw another coat on it. Just going to let it cure for a bit. Give it about... we'll see. We'll come back out at... I don't know what time it is right now. It's currently 2:42. So, we'll take a pause for the cause. Let this here dry off a bit. And then we'll hit it again. And again. And again. And again. And again. And again. And again. Just keep hitting it. Yeah. Definitely cleaned up a lot nicer. I wasn't expecting, I don't know what to expect, to be honest. I let the comments on YouTube scare me too much, I guess. People are like, oh no, you're gonna wreck it and stuff. It's like, it's a frickin' car. As long as it starts and drives, you can't wreck it. Hell, adding paint to a derelict car is probably doing it a favor. But, at least she's all white again. We're not done. We're far from done, boys. Far from done. More paint is coming. Alright. Alright, it's been about an hour. As you can see, it is a glossy finish. It is a glossy finish. It's got some orange peel and some tiger striping. Not a big deal, not a big deal. I think this time going around, I'm going to try a left to right pattern. Pay a little bit more attention. Lay down a tack coat. You know what's funny? I have my GoPro hanging up. Filming the paint job. I moved it over. Oh, it's still there. Huh, never mind. I'm an idiot. I couldn't find it. I'm like, where the hell did I put my GoPro? It's right there. Jesus, Murphy. Okay, well, let's change the orientation of this. And I'm mixing up some paint right now. We're going to load it into the gun. Hit it again. coat number 2 is down. You can obviously see all the friggin' orange peel. You can't. Now you can. Don't worry about it. That will come out with some wet sanding. I'm going to lay down a bunch more coats though, because I want the paint to be super thick, super on there, never to come off again. So at least it's all one uniform color now. Oh, that's a bonus. Yeah, wasn't sure how glossy that gloss white was going to be, but now I know. I also discovered at Canadian, or at Walmart, they sell the 2X clear. I don't know if anybody's ever worked with that stuff before, but it's got this like hardener stuff to it. So you put the cap in the bottom, you slap it, and then you spray it on your car, and it fills in all this orange peel. But we're going to try the old-fashioned wet sanding, because that's what I did on the Focus, and it worked out fine. Man, I'm not going to lie, I was pretty scared to do this job, because I didn't know what to expect, and even though it's covered in orange peel, I actually really like the way it looks. Like the fact that it's all white and not stone chipped and shitty, you know? The fact that it's all one color again and the same color and not losing its paint and looking like a bag of smashed assholes, and all the stickers are off of it, and I think it looks pretty good, and it'll look even better once it gets polished and wet sanded and all that fun stuff. But all in all, we're friggin' getting there. It just sucks at the bum ends and the friggin' direct sunlight cooking. That's gonna dry a lot quicker. Oh well, it is what it is, eh? Now, as long as I don't go near any OCD people with it, it probably will be okay, because you know OCD people, right? They'll see the bumper here with a little bit of a bump, and they'll start picking at it like a scab because they can't resist, because they're friggin' brain damaged. So if that happens, I'll just, punch them in the face and tell them to stop. Probably could just tell them to stop, but punching them in the face usually makes sure they don't, restart, because they remember how much it sucks getting punched in the face. But yeah, all in all, it's not the quickest car, not a show car, but it's my car, and I'm kind of happy with the results of the second coat. So we'll let this here tack and dry, and we'll hit it again, and again, and again, and again, and again, and again, and again. Then we'll let it cure for a couple days, probably for a long time, and then we'll come back at it with the old 800, 1000, 1500 grit, sand it down nice and smooth, buff it with some polishing compound, and Jesus Murphy, she should glitter and shine. Oh yes. Oh yes. It's gonna be sweet. Now let me talk about the real show. The Earlex Spray Station 5500. That was sent to me by Eastwood to review and to use to spray the car. And I think I should address it. The pros and cons of this unit. The pros. Guys, there is no overspray. As in, I've seen HVLP guns hooked up to compressors, throwing some... I got my gloves on still. I got an itchy. Anyway, I've seen some where they're spraying the car and there is just paint flying everywhere. There's dust in the air of paint and it's brutal. But spraying with this here setup, I want to say 99% of the material landed on the body of the car and didn't bounce off. It actually took and stuck. Where, like I said, HVLP guns hooked up to an air compressor tend to throw material everywhere, and 60% lands on the car, the rest of it lands wherever it lands, on your stuff, on the tack wall, whatever. So for that, this unit is fantastic. Now, not a lot of videos online of people spraying their cars with this setup. A lot of them use an old compressor, and an HVLP gun, where they use the spray station for literally spraying like furniture or their house. I've seen people paint their walls with one of these things, and it worked out pretty good. But nobody's done a car. There's one video online where somebody did do a car, but all they did was the hood, and they sprayed it with that rubber spray there, Plasti Dip. Not a lot of people spraying a full car with this unit. So that's a plus for me right there. I decided to give her a go. And I gotta say, like, I expected orange peel because I'm spraying Tremclad. Every time I've sprayed Tremclad in the past from a rattle can, it always orange peels. You gotta break it down. That's why I had 800 grit sandpaper here, because that's what I used on the Focus to basically cut it back and smoothen it out after I sprayed on my many coats. So this thing here, literally, is the DIY's cat's meow. For simple, if I don't have a compressor, how am I going to spray my car and I don't want to buy a bunch of spray bombs? Get yourself one of those beasts. Like, they're like $300 on Amazon. Or you can go right to Eastwood's site, link in the description, and order it right from there. And then get it delivered to your house, set it up, easy to set up, easy to clean too apparently. The cup is Teflon coated, so the paint shouldn't stick to it. And all you need is water. That's it. Throw some hot water into it, scrub it with an old rag you don't care about, and then you're good to go. So all in all, I gotta say that thing works great. Now, the cons. Not really a con in my mind. My problem is I'm not exactly using the best extension cord here. I'm using this stupid thing. So I gotta drag this stupid thing around the room as well as grab this thing. So it's kind of a pain in the arse. I should just swap it out for this yellow extension cord, which would make life a lot easier. And I'll probably end up doing that because this thing here, I'm just dragging it everywhere. The other thing I have an issue with the spray station, and it's something you can't get around, all these spray stations are like this, is this vacuum-like hose. You notice there's paint on it, because there has been situations where the hose itself is not that flexible. And it tends to curl in on itself. And then when it does, it builds up momentum and spring loads out. And it's hit the car a couple times. Where I had to go over with the gun. Not with paint, just with the gun. And just move the paint around with the air coming out of it. And am I walking into my car? Son of a... But yeah, like it happened a couple times where the hose hit the car. And kind of hurt the paint that I laid down. But... not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. But all in all, I say that Earlex. Look at my mufflers. They're all white. Oh, that's nothing some paint thinner won't take off. I'm not too worried about that. It's friggin' exhaust. Drive it hard a couple times, the paint will burn itself off, for crying out loud. But I do have to say, that spray station really did a good job. Really came in and hammered one out. So there you go. Getting the job done. Like I said, you can see all the orange peel. It's something that if you want to paint with this kind of paint, rust-o-leum or Tremclad. By the way, guys, rust-o-leum and Tremclad, same, because rust-o-leum bought Tremclad. If you want to paint with those, it works through an HVLP. Just got to make sure you thin it down to the right consistency and layer down. But expect orange peel, because that's what it does. I have yet to see a guy spray this stuff and have it come out smooth as glass, because it always comes out orange peel. From a rattle can or from a friggin' HVLP. The only time I've ever seen it go on somewhat kind of sort of smooth is when my buddy Mike did his Firebird with a paint roller. He used a foam paint roller and did his, and it was kind of sort of almost smooth, but still kind of tacky. And he had to go, well, he ended up saying screw it and just left it all friggin' tacky, like all this. And he didn't care. He was driving a V6 Firebird there, so he didn't have the front end I have with the ground effects. He had the black inserts on the bottom. You probably know what I'm talking about. It's just a 2.8 liter V6 Firebird with the stupidest exhaust on it ever. Literally, he had like straight back and then 2 cherry bombs going off the back end. I'm like, bro, why? 'Cause it sounds like a V8. Well, no, it doesn't. It sounds like a kid who went to chili night and ate his fair share. But anyway, people, there you go. Probably going to do some more coats off camera, but I guess my next video is going to be polishing the turd. So stay tuned for that. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, click that like button. Any questions, comments, concerns, down below they go. I know a lot of people out there are going to talk shit on the paint job. Hey, that's your prerogative. Have at her. And until next time, people, peace the frig out. Sit, stupid, sit. Good dog.